binary. Either you understand it or you don't. So sit back and grab a glass of chocolate milk because I'm going to try to do my best to teach you what you need to know about it, or at least the basics. And you may be saying, but binary is complicated. I'll just go over the basics right now because that's all I feel about talking about. If you really want to get dived into this kind of stuff because you want to go to computer science in college, but want to get a good start at it, then hey, good for you. Honestly, you can just go to some coding website to learn the basics of HTML, Python, and Java. And I just went in with the wide knowledge of HTML, so unless you really want to be the very best, then it's not really necessary. This is just the basic stuff. But yeah, long ramble aside, binary is a base of 2, meaning that for each slot it'll go up by 2, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 16, and so on. And here's the odd part about coding. For all you non-programming viewers, computer starts count at 0, but that's not really needed for this. That's just a random fact for you guys. But it is needed to know that the spaces are backwards in a way. What I mean by this is that say you have 1, 0, 1, 1. Okay, simple. The very far right one is the 1 slot. And then over to the very far left is the 8 slot. Hopefully this diagram I'm showing you is simple enough. Basically, this could go on and on, but for the purpose, I'm going to keep this short, so I'll try to keep it within reasonable range, but no promises. Okay, so the first noteworthy thing I mentioned is that the spaces, now you say have 0, 0, 0, 1. That would just be a 1, as the 1 place is the only place occupied, and same goes with 0, 1, 0, 0. That's just 4, okay? Simple. Get it now? Now say we have 1, 0, 1, 1. Now, that would mean that the 8th place, 2nd, and 1st place are held. So you would just take 8 plus 2 plus 1, which would be 11. And side note, in the comments of the description, I will try to leave some practice problems if you want to try to get more out of this, but they won't be super difficult. I'm just trying to teach you guys the basics today. It's just an idea, so let's get back to it. Okay, so 11 was represented by 1, 0, 1, 1. So you need to know how to translate binary to number now. And I'll show you how to reverse the process, and yeah. Okay, take the number 73. Not really, um, not really big. So what do? And there's lots of ways to do this, but I'm just going to show you the way I learned. And again, you could do this other ways, but this is what my method is because it works. And so anyways, make sure the number you subtract is by as high as possible, meaning that going up in the bases should reach a limit. So our bases would be 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and 64. Now, the next base is 128, but that wouldn't work as it wouldn't subtract from 73. And the goal here is to get to the highest base, so 64 now. 73 minus 64 equals 9. Boom, easy. That would mean that 32 and 16 cannot be held a 1 since they cannot subtract from 9. Notice the pattern now? Okay, so we have 9 and we can do an 8, so that leaves us with 1. So far we have 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, now 4 and 2 cannot take form of a 1, so they hold nothing. So now it's 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. And since 1 is our last place, that makes it 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Now, this doesn't work with anything that is not a whole number, meaning that it doesn't do decimals. There's a way to do that in Python with typecasting, but the video is going longer than I'd like it, so on to the last point. Words. Remember what I said at the beginning? Well, what I showed at the beginning, I guess. Well, that was binary for high, and it looks odd, doesn't it? Well, here's a table explaining how to do this. Basically, you just follow the numbers to your letter or symbol if you want to represent. Think of it as an XY kind of deal, just with 4 numbers. It's hard for me to explain this in words, but if you just follow this chart, you'll be fine. You can also find charts like these on Google, but they're kind of hard to find, so if you want, you can just take a screenshot of this. Or you can just go to an ASCII or hex website, like ASCII to hex, and that will basically show you whatever you want to translate. And yeah, that's pretty simple. So yeah, that was a long script I wrote for this, and again, I'll try to leave a worksheet in the description. And yeah, that's all I had to talk about. This is my first video for this channel, so hopefully it's not too bad. I hope, please. Anyways, if you want to play a joke on your friend, you can translate words into binary, then write it on their binder. They might look at you odd, but hey, they don't know their binder now says TP all over the front. Alright, have a nice day.